If you've been looking at all-terrain electric skateboards online and then you go on Facebook and you see ads on there, if you ever wondered, is that any good? Well, today we're going to take a look at one of them. Welcome to the Vapor Trail channel. I'm Tony. Today we're going to be looking at an electric skateboard, an all-terrain electric skateboard from a company called JKING. It's called the Jupiter 1. Now this board originally caught my eye on Facebook. It was a Facebook ad that just kept coming up. I'd see it 5 or 6 times a day. You know how that is. If you search for anything online and then you go on Facebook, it just knows and starts feeding you that stuff. But this was a company that I hadn't heard of, and the price of this board as well as the features really caught my eye. I mean, this board is listed at $799 and then they have it $100 off at $699. This is an all-terrain board with built-in LED lights underneath it that actually do color changing as you're going. It's a belt drive board with 2 motors, and the wheels that are on it, I've been doing a lot of research on wheels because I love the all-terrain wheels, but I get range anxiety when it comes to pneumatic wheels because I'm afraid I'm going to pop a tire, especially here where I live. On the Outer Banks of North Carolina, there's cactus that's out there, little tiny cactuses that you never see. And then they have something called sand spurs, and these things are, man, they're ruthless. And they will pop tires. So I've been looking at these airless rubber wheels and different options and stuff, and just to buy these types of wheels, the wheels alone would cost about $200. So I was like, okay, so an all-terrain board for $500 with these $200 wheels on it, I got to find out more. So I contacted JKING through social media and started talking with them. The CEO said, well, if you'd like, we'll send you a board. We don't have any in stock in the US right now, but we do have some that were customer returns and or refurbished boards. I was like, look, here's my thing on that, okay? If a company feels comfortable and confident enough sending a board that is either refurbished or a customer return, then I'm comfortable reviewing it for you. I've taken it out on a few rides, and it's a nice little board, especially for the cost. Typically, if you're looking at an all-terrain board, they're going to be anywhere from, I don't know, $1,200 to $2,000. So for $699, what do you get? And is the board any good? Well, let's take a look at the website. Real quick, if you've got an electric skateboard, electric bike, helmet, backpack, anything that you need to attach a light to, you're going to want to take a look at Shred lights. These lights are the best that I have found for durability. They're rubber coated, they're waterproof, and they have options for anything from dim to blinking and super bright. I've got the red lights and the white lights here. They even have a handy dandy USB cable that will charge all 4 at the same time. They have options for mounting on just about anything you'd want to mount it on, with different brackets for under the board, on top of the board, on your helmet, on your backpack, anything. And the best part about it is that you don't have to buy a bunch of different lights. All you have to do is get different brackets, put them on all of your different things that you want to use them on, and just snap them on the next time you want to use them. Perfect for safety during the day and the night. If you need to see or be seen, check out my link down in the description and a coupon code that'll get you 10% off at Shred Lights. So on the website, it says it has a unique sunken panel design, 8-layer composite high-strength deck, 1 layer of fiberglass, 2 layers of bamboo, and 7 layers of maple boards provide superior strength with a maximum support weight of 330 pounds. Charge protection prevents battery damage from overcharging. It has a 36-volt, 7,500 milliamp hour, and 270 watt-hour lithium-ion battery with an auto start function, so you just basically give it a kick or roll it and it automatically turns on. What they don't do there is usually these skateboard companies will tell you that it's a 12S4P or whatever battery pack that they've got in there. They don't list that, and I don't see it in any of the specs. It has LED intelligent light belt, automatic color change when riding, which I think that's pretty cool. You know, I like to ride at night, especially in the summertime here at the beach. So being able to be seen, and well, it looks cool too. And it's real easy to turn the lights on. All you got to do is hold down this button right here, and then the lights come on. And let's see here. Darken that up so you can see them. And then when you go forward, they flash forward, and then when you brake, they flash again. It has belt motor drive, raging power system, it says, plus Jupiter 1 custom ESC. Looking at the remote, if you've ever used a Meepo board, it looks pretty much the same as that. But it says custom ESC, and I'm going to get into that in just a little bit. I think they could work on tuning that a little bit. It has 2 belt drive motors that come out to 1,650 watts. The twin belt motor is even more furious with the addition of a custom power regulation system for faster uphill climbing. They also have a graphic on here that says everything you need to know, so I'll show you that. So the board weighs about 22 pounds. It says the max speed is 24 miles per hour and has an 18-mile range, which, you know, with these wheels on there, it sounds about reasonable. The trucks on this are 9 inches wide and the wheels are 6 inches. is. Now I'm not going to do an unboxing on this because it wasn't a very complex box. Here's a picture of what the box looked like. Open up the box. And the board was in there with a couple of foam inserts to hold the wheels. And then this box right here, which basically it's just got the charging block, the power cable, of course, a standard T-tool, skate tool. And that was it. No manual was in here. Oh, the remote was also inside of here. Now the board didn't come with a manual. It's easy enough to figure out, especially if you've used these before. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you some ride footage. We'll see how it rides and everything. And then we'll come back and I'll give you my final impressions on it. So yeah, this board is super torquey, man. And you know, third gear, second gear, I'm barely getting 9 miles per hour, but third gear, I can get up there. But it's every time you give any little bit of accelerate, any little bit of throttle, it's like, whoa, yeah, it's just super torquey. I suppose I can get used to it, but I prefer a much smoother acceleration, you know what I mean? I will say though, the wheels on this thing, these are really nice. I don't know, it's nice to know that I don't have to worry about popping my tires, and it handles gravel like this, no problem. So the bottom line for me with this JKING Jupiter 1 all-terrain board is that it's pretty darn good. I mean, the board is nice, it's got the LED lights on it, it's got plenty of power, but that is where I have a little bit of an issue. This board is a little bit jerky. They need to tune that ESC a little bit, because even at low speeds, when you accelerate, you get that, and you know, it needs to be smoothed out a little bit. Now, I don't know, again, this is a refurbished or customer return board, so that might be what the deal is with that. And perhaps if it was a brand new one, it would be smoother. Maybe there's something with the remote that's causing it to do that. Maybe like as it gets up towards the top of the acceleration, it finally grabs it. I don't really know, but it's very rideable. But if you were brand new to this is your first electric skateboard, you might have a little bit of a difficulty, because when I first got on it, I was like, whoa, okay, you got to be careful. I don't want to get thrown. In the first gear, it's super slow. And I'm going to guess that's because the wheels. When you get into second gear mode, it's a lot more peppy. And then in third gear, it's like, okay, yeah. I think the fourth gear is more about acceleration right off the get-go. But I rarely ride these things in the fourth mode. You know, I'm pretty good. If I can go around 15 miles per hour, that's where I'm happy. I want to enjoy my ride. And some people are speed demons, and that's fine. That's cool. I thought where this board shines is those wheels, man. I was really enamored with the wheels. I was like, because I've been shopping them, and those wheels so far can handle anything that I throw at them. Went through sand, went through the gravel, and they're very comfortable to ride. that ringing sound in those motors at low speeds when you're just starting to go, it seems to me like it's the housing that goes around the motors. Maybe some kind of vibration or something like that is happening to them. And again, that might also be because this was a refurbished board or a customer return. I don't know. But overall, for $699, this board has a lot of features to it. It's comfortable to ride once you get past that initial from the acceleration. And like I said, those wheels, probably $200 just for the wheels alone. So I don't know if I recommend, at least in the state that I've got this board, if I recommend it for somebody who's never had an electric skateboard. But if you wanted to add an all-terrain skateboard to your quiver, then this might be a good, less expensive option. I don't want to say it's inexpensive, but it's much less expensive than a $1,200 to $2,000 board. $699, that's pretty darn good value. That is the Jupiter 1 all-terrain electric skateboard from JKING. Hey, I want to thank you so much for your support here on the channel. Likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, always very important to my channel. So if you like what you see, hit that thumbs up. There is also a subscribe button down there. If you click that in the notifications, you'll get notifications when I upload new videos. Easy for me to say, right? Also, if you look down there, there is a new button down there. It's called Thanks. It's the Super Thanks button. Running a channel like this is not inexpensive, and it all comes out of my pocket. So if you'd like to support the channel, go ahead and hit that Thanks button that's down there. Send a Super Thanks, and you'll get a nice colorful comment in there, and I'll be able to see your comment more easily. And maybe what I'll do is give some shout outs for the people that actually do leave those. I also have links down there for my social media, so if you have one of those, I'd appreciate a follow. And that's going to do it for this episode. We'll catch you next time on the Vapor Trail channel.